All right, good morning. Good morning. So today, I see Poly is up, Pali. Tesla is right behind it for the first day of this week. Tesla has been the leading volume mover pretty much every day of the week. Let's see, TIGR, a little bit higher float. Futu Silo is up there. We look down here on the greater potential. We see Poly, Silo, Hoth, Kala. So Kala is now up to $36. Um and I guess news never came out on it of why this movement happened. It was in phase 2 trial period or whatever, but I mean, it's one of those that you really couldn't guesstimate. It just kept going up. And this is the last trading day of the year. So, good morning, Donnell. Last trading day of the year, man. Want to close it out on a good note. Looking through, let me look through some of this news as well. So we'll just do the potential scanner to see if any good news is out here. We'll start with Poly. Poly says it announces a 2.5 million registered direct offering and concurrent private placement priced above market under NASDAQ rules. So let me come over here and open this news up so we can read into this a little bit more. Right now, Poly price is at, wow, it took quite a dip too. Price is at 412. And we'll look at this offering that they have here. Okay, so private placement, they should have some kind of pricing in here. Oh wow. So at a purchase price per common share of 237. So that thing still got some dropping to do. A lot of dropping. So Poly got a direct offering on it. That's gonna probably take it off of my to-do list because this thing 237 is a long way down there. It's gotta lose almost two more dollars. Hoth or not Hoth, Silo. Add Silo over here. Silo, and then Kala's already up there, and we put Hoth up there. Nothing else really showing that volume that we like to see. But yeah, Kala was just a surprise to me. I didn't think it was gonna get to 36. The thing moved from $6 to $36 on a phase 2 trial period. That's crazy. So Kala news on today. Let's see. Bush reiterates the outperform. Is there any? I mean, was there any other news other than this phase 2B trial of its lead product candidate? I mean, there's nothing else, and it's just going up. Let's go and look at this corneal epithelial defect. Let's see how rare that is. That could give us a little bit of insight. Corneal epithelial defect. Rarity. Okay, so there's 100,000 cases per year on this on corneal epithelial defects. So 100,000 based on the population. Let's see. is that in a certain place? Okay, in the United States. So population, current population of US. So there are 331.45 million people, but this is based on 2020 analysis. Wait. Why did I put 3331? Okay, and then that's going to be divided by that other number, 100,000. So 3% of the population is affected by this thing. 3%. Okay. So it's pretty rare. Out of that 331 million, 3% are affected. Oh, it affects dogs too. I didn't see that. So carnal ulcers, dogs, and pets and things like that. Okay. Well, definitely not gonna trade that now. The thing's up to $36. It can't do anything but fall on the last trading day of the year. It affects 3% of people. But hey, it's whatever. The next one was Hoth, which is down 24% from where it was yesterday. Hoth got in here and grinded around. Never did give any kind of, and this is what keeps me out of these trades. It doesn't want to drop. It doesn't want to give me that strong dip away from the top level indicators. I want to see the shorts win. And Hoth here just went flat. No kind of flush. No kind of real flush. Just kept holding this range. Silo, that's from today. Kala from yesterday. It started to rip after lunchtime. I was gone by this time. It just started to rip. Came back and looked, and that thing was, doing its thing during power hour. But again, this one never did have any true flushes. No flushes downwards. So I did not trade that one. BXRX was another one. It flushed down, but the problem was it was missing a catalyst. I need a catalyst. I need the volume. I need to see shorts win, but I also need to have a reason in my head for it to come back up. So did not trade BXRX. Xspun, I saw that one. That one didn't start dipping until the end of the day. Started dipping off there. Wasn't really a leading ticker on yesterday either. But that's some of the reasons I will not take the trade. I need catalyst, volume, a new extreme form, and I would like to see if I could see an area of interest on the level 2s for a ticker. That would be great too. If I could see some things sitting there on the books, whether it's a real or fake order out there, I know that there's some interest at that level. And I just want to see that level get tested. All right, jump back over here to the scans. Poly is our lead with 11 million shares traded with a registered direct offering on it for the price of 2.37 cents. And it's at $4.11. So it needs to lose of $2. Behind that, on the higher floats, we have LXP up here with no standout catalyst. Tesla. I cannot believe it's not at the. I mean, it's been at the top of the volume movers since the beginning. So I'm wondering, will Tesla kind of flatten out and begin a reversal if Elon starts to focus on Tesla, or what? Let's see. TIGR. No catalyst that stands out. China securities regulator cracks down on online brokerages, Futu and Up FinTech. Futu is up here as well. Yeah, so those two aren't receiving the best news. SBSW, no news to see. Good morning, Daniel B. I have not taken any trades this week. Have not seen anything set up the way that I like. So I've just been in observation mode this week. One Life says no trades today, last day of the year, morons. Yeah, last trading day of the year. So be very, very careful. The top mover has the worst news on the day. The top mover, which is Palisade, 11 million shares, announces a 2.5 million registered direct offering. That is placed at $2.37. So that thing's gonna be falling. I would say just stay away from Pally altogether. Pally is a trap. Unless you're a short. If you're a short, you go do your thing, man. Do your thing. Get that thing on down to $2.37. All right. One Life. That's what I'm saying. It's a junk stock. Did you not see the news, man? That thing's horrible. That's what I'm saying. Even if it's the best mover, if it doesn't check all the boxes, it's just leave it alone. Leave it alone. And I'm sure we'll see it pile drive some people into the ground this morning. I cannot believe, did anybody ever find out some news on Kala? Why did it go from it never did have any news. It just went from $6 up to $36 with no news. So I'm wondering when it's gonna start gapping back down. Like, who bought this thing? It has a phase 2 trial whatever on corneal epithelial defects, which only affects 3% of the population in the US. So I'm like, why? Why? It's not even a completed trial yet, or completed anything. I am One Life. I do give away. I do my giveaway every time I stream of not losing money. I do a giveaway of knowledge. You know, looking at these stocks, and of course trading low floats, you already know we're in the trash can. So it's like, I look at these stocks and I'm like, okay, this one is probably going to get shorted through the ground, right? I'm very bearish on every stock that's down here, very bearish, because I don't believe in any of them, especially Kala. But there is potential in some of those dips. Yeah, Daniel B. Retards don't always need news. Sometimes they just moving because of exactly why we stay away from those stocks. If they're just moving just because the herd is moving them, I'm good. I'll keep my money. I'm good. I want to go into next year with a clean conscience and just continue doing what I'm doing. It's keeping me safe. I'm not losing money. I'm just, every trade is around $200, $250. So I'm like, just keep that consistency. I've taken 6 trades this month, only one red trade. So, I'm just like, look, and that one red trade was me breaking those criteria. I did not. I got greedy. I thought I saw something that I didn't see, got in and got blasted. But the other 5 trades, green, because I was strict with myself. I was like, I am not breaking anything. If I don't see catalysts, if I don't see whatever, I need to stick in these parameters. And it's not so much because the method that I'm using is so right, but I want to give each method the same opportunity. Like, I want to take the exact same trade every single time. Exact same. Exact same setup, exact same movement, the ranges of the stock, all of that. And it's working out. So, but we will watch this carnival here in the first hour of the market. Kala already looking downwards over here on Street Smart Edge. We see it got up to $46, and I just want to see this thing fall. That's all I want to see from Kala. Just go down, because it is not worth this price that it's reached. I was looking at it back here when it was like $5 with no catalyst, just going up, and I'm like, there's no reasoning behind this. Why? And of course, I'm not scalping the tops. I'm pretty much scalping the bottoms. So it never did give a nice intraday move for me. Silo getting wrecked as well. Had a high up here of 713 down to the 468s. But yeah, not seeing any Silo. It has positive study results on arthritis study. Weak news. Let's see. Silo stock surges after positive blah blah blah. Joint homing peptides. Pursuing and development plan of liposomal joint homing peptides as a potential therapy for rheumatoid arthritis. Okay. So yeah, definitely some probably gonna be some weird movements today. The SPY here. The SPY started going up kind of heavy yesterday. From the 380s, it got a little pop and then got up here to the 384s and then went sideways, and now it's back to around the 380s. So we'll see what the SPY wants to do finally. It's been just kind of consolidating in this area. Hasn't really broken out either way. It could make a decision on the last day of the trading day of the year. DBGI, where is DBGI? Let's see. DBGI. Donnell called out. Let's see where it's at. 5. Okay, what's the news on DBGI? It completes acquisition of Sundry and shares see volume. It's got 1 million shares in there. Needs some more volume. But it just got Sundry. A company called Sundry. What is Sundry, you ask? I do not know. Sundry company? I don't know. Sundry company, quality handcrafted candles. Is this right? Digital brands group company, curated collected luxury lifestyle and digital first brands, today announces that it has signed and secured debt documents for, wait, no, that's not what we're looking for. What is Sundry? The Sundry acquisition is expected to contribute significant revenue scale, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Is it a LLC? What is Sundry? I don't know. Whatever Sundry is, they bought it. They signed for it. They got it. But we will see. One life said he got five. What's the difference between a cigarette and a blunt? It's the same thing, right? They too much supply, they're giving it away. Isn't that the same thing or no? Or is the cigarettes just skinny? Those skinny little sticks. Oh, got you, got you. Blunt is a tobacco wrap. Tomorrow I will get drunk and crazy. Well, it's the last day of the year. We're crossing over into another beautiful year of of probably turmoil and new just new drama, you know. So get ready. It's gonna be a fun year, hopefully. So much going on. Always a bunch of drama. They call blunts backwoods. Backwoods. Oh, okay, so we pretty much got what we pretty much know what we're gonna be looking at to fail poly. Um, Tesla at 120. Yep. So these are the top five on the potential scanner: Poly, Silo, Hoth, Kala, and DBGI. So we will let them do their thing. We have 5 minutes to the bell. See, the problem is I want to see this kind of dip during intraday. This thing dipping during pre-market. Dang B, have you been trading the SPY? Like the actual SPY, or are you just trading stocks in sentiment with the SPY? Hmm. It's almost like the consistency of the SPY has, like, in this December month, the consistency of the SPY has kind of, I bet a lot of people got destroyed because the SPY really had no real direction in December. Like if you look into these past months, I mean, it was like consistently down or up and consolidating, consistently down or up, down, up, and then we hit December and it's like flat, a little bit of drop, flat. So the SPY's been acting crazy in this last month. So we'll see, man. We'll see what it wants to do. We have about 2 minutes to the bell. Got these 5 stocks on watch. PALISILOHOTH. Kala, which I'm expecting to just drop. Not really looking for that to go higher. And then DBGI. 30 seconds. Yeah, whatchamacallit, Rudy was trading the TQQ and he was trading TQQ and SQQ. He was jumping in and out of those 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago he was trading those inverses. But okay, Kala is opening up here. Holly has the most volume but the worst news. Silo is the number 2. DBGI throwing a wick up there towards the 607s and finding resistance very quickly. Hoth had a gap down. Will it come up here and gap fill and then go down? I don't know. Kala looking real heavy here around that $30 level with no reason to be up here. Kala is going to be a great short though. All the way back down to $10. That's a $30 win for some shorts. SPY kind of sitting still around that 380 level. DBGI had a top up here of 605. Hit it on down. Bottom was the 415s where it came from. Like a 450 breakout. Poly up to 509 there. Is it into a halt? What? Poly halted? Okay. Well, Poly is into halts there. Remember, it has the worst news on the day, so be very careful with Poly if you're going to risk your biscuit. Silo had a top here of the $707 basically. Then the body of this candle about 586. Danny B says RBLX will soon will reverse and I will go short. Kala only 1.6 million shares. One person can influence stock. Yes, exactly. And there's no reason for it to be up. They're gonna short Kala back into pre-existence. And you said RBLX. Let's see what RBLX reversal is looking like. 27s. Ooh. Okay. So previous levels that were traded at were around this $27. And this is the hour chart that I'm looking at up here. About $27. It's got there twice. And then let's see, it's got a little bit of more resistance at the top here. I don't know if it can reach 28. That's a long way. The last drop point though was this top side of 27.64 in here. And I'm wondering, would this be a spot where people start going short around the 28s? We'll see. But definitely cracking that 27 on today. I don't know if it had any catalyst. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it's just trading its regular ranges. Yeah, no catalyst, just trading its regular ranges. Poly halted. Silo going on down there, forming those lower highs, getting pushed down. DBGI, only 3 million shares traded on it. Kala with heavy pressure. It just needs to break down the 30, well, really the 30s to get going downwards for real. Poly is going to be opening up in $9:33, 5 minutes, 38. So about 2 minutes and 19 seconds. But like we have said before, it is the most dangerous with the worst news. The reason I keep saying that is because some people were not here in the part of the stream where we looked into that. So they may come in late and just be like, oh, wow, Poly looks great. And then they get clapped. Hoth getting pushed on back down. RBLX looking Looking to continue to push up here. 2750s. 2750s is the top that I'm seeing. We'll see if it can sit on that 2750 and consolidate. Let some people get in for this short. So we could put this up here as possible becoming support right here. If it can get above that 2750 and just sit on it. SPY continue to hold at 380, but no real push out. First 10 minutes about to close up. RBLX getting up there to that 2750. Needs to hold above that though. Can it get 27, maybe 75, 27, between 2750 and 2775, right under that $28, that whole dollar, the next whole dollar resistance. Poly again halted to the downside. 489. We'll see where that and how that opens. It is, if we look on the hour chart, we can see this forming lower highs there. But nothing has really made any decisive moves out though. Kala starting to break down this last, what is this, 3260 is trying to break down. Let's look at the ask. Where are those numbers on the ask? Where are the big numbers? 40, any other numbers there? Starting to drop now towards the 30s. Yes, sir. I hope the shorts kill Kala. So now that Kala is off, we have Silo into halts. Remember, I usually let the first hour play out because there's so much trash, you know, and nothing. I mean, really, the news on today isn't great. It's a lot of FOMO because it's the last day of the year. So just be careful overall. If you're gonna take a trade, I don't even know if I suggest taking full size, you know, or take a trade at all. But you know, it's one of those days where things can get very funky real quick. 2750, man, it will not hold up these 50s. Get over 50. But this is just the beginning, so I think it can get up to 50. Only the beginning. Hoth coming on down as well. Down 30% since the open of pre-market. 29%. Kala gonna go ahead and break down that 30. DBGI just low volume all around. SPY looking like it's indecisive on the 30-minute, indecisive on the hour as well. Green to red to green to red, just indecisive movement. Silo will be opening up. It halted at 941.01, so 946.01 will be 5 minutes. Let's see. One Life, One Chance still here, getting ready to go to the store. Oh yeah, so you got to go buy all your ointments and stuff from the store. That's nice. One Life, okay. Just asking. Daniel B is funny. News is important, Daniel B. It's very important. News is very important, man. It could give you a little bit of insight of what's going on. Like with Poly, if they didn't release the news that they had a direct offering and it was just up, people be trading it like, like it's something worth trading. But they put news out that clarified the picture on the charts. Like, oh, okay, it's got a direct offering and it's for 237. It's probably going down. RBLX get up there to those 2750s, 2770s. So Daniel B, when you enter on something like RBLX, there's 2750 right there. When you enter in on something like RBLX, are you entering once or are you scaling in for your short? There's a 50s. Can we get that 70 up there? 75. Looking at 59s. Can we see it break into the 60s? There's a 60, 61s. And it's coming up into this previous level, this range here of consolidation from 27.75 all the way to the 28s. We'll see if we can push just a little bit higher. It's got a lot of green candle here, so I'm thinking it's going to have to consolidate before it comes down. This is a lot of green to the upside, so I don't think this one will be the one to short. A lot of green behind it. The news just forces you to betting? Not really. Appreciate that, Lori Lee. Yeah, we're gonna definitely turn up tomorrow. Maybe not as hard as One Life would, I still want my liver. But yeah, we're definitely gonna turn up tomorrow. 27, testing that 2750. It needs to stay above these 50s though. Just hold above the 50s and maybe tip towards that 75 if it can. Kind of give some kind of consolidation up here. Exactly, Daniel B. You're trading literally the opposite of what I do for a long. I'm just looking for the shorts to get tired. That's all I'm looking for. You literally trade the opposite for your shorts. I want to see those shorts win and I want to see them get tired. Am I doing anything for my birthday? I'm probably gonna go out. I may go out to some. I'm trying to think what I want to do. I don't know. I don't know. Do I want to spend time with people or do I want to just isolate myself completely and sit in a dark room? I don't really know. I may do a little bit of both. I may do a half and half, like half of the day, dark room, and the other half hanging out with people. I got to get my energy up. I'm an introvert, so People steal my energy. They make me tired. Uh, Dane B says go short is a stronger force than going long. It is a stronger force, but it's also unlimited risk. So it's like one or the other. I don't know. There's a 27.36, but this still like it's still got too much green here. It can still get up there a little bit, 20 cents. Top there was a 20. Of course, it's going to probably bounce at the VWAP because everybody loves the VWAP, right? 27.20, right around at 27.25. We should see it pop back up a little bit. Let's see. There's a 27.25 for the VWAP bounce. Let those longs get in there, get trapped in there in a nice long position. And they are believing that it can break back up to what, 27.60s. So let's see if it'll play out. Poly did open up its halt at a lower position. Silo coming up here as well. All right. But nothing giving me any kind of dipping. Oh, the SPY is dipping though. SPY getting through those 380s. So yeah, nothing looking like what I want to touch. Yeah, one life. Only if you don't have a stop in. Yeah, that's true. A lot of the shorts that I see shorting don't use stops though. They use mental stops and stuff. So I don't know. Do y'all use hard stops or mental stops? Lori, she says she's also an introvert. Man, Lori, we got too much in common. I don't think we're gonna work out. We'll both be sitting there quiet, reading a book or just staring at the paint dry or something like that. Let's see. Unlimited risk. Same old, same old. But I don't know. I don't know what's better. I mean, I've seen people be very successful with mental stops. I've seen people be very good with hard stops. But I guess it just depends on your risk tolerance and how good your actual position is. If you're in a good position, I mean, I feel like a hard stop can go in. But if you're in a questionable position, like buying the top or going for breakouts, you probably need to try to use a mental stop because you're gonna get stopped a lot because it's a bad position anyway. Kala coming on down under the 30s, continue to drop. I believe Kala's gonna end up halting down on this last day. I don't know why I have that feeling. And DBGI just dying off here under the $5, just dying. I guess the acquisition news just isn't enough for them. Wow, these folks definitely trying to push RBLX on down back to this consolidation. So I'm wondering now that it's close to this consolidation, will buyers buy this $27 for a little bit of a pop here? Because it's right here at the previous consolidation. But this hour is still really green. So I'm guessing buyers are gonna try it at least. 10 cents from that's a I mean they could risk that 10 cents at the 27, but that's an obvious point where it was previous support come become previous resistance becoming support. And there's a little bit of a pop over 27.21. So yeah, somebody's trying it right there. That's all I'm looking for as well, Daniel B, is the exhaustive move. Let them win, let them, you know, poop out, and then get in. All right. So DBGI is unimpressive now. It's basically lost everything. I don't really trust it on today. Let's see. Hoth, pretty much same sentiment there. It's not gotten the volume or anything. So we're just chopping down the list now. Silo continues to test under this $6, but it continues to make the lower highs as well. First high was what, 715, then this one's 639, then this one's 615. So we'll see if it continues those lower highs. We have about 6 minutes to the close of the first 30 minutes. Or the first hour, or yeah, 30 minutes. My bad. So it looks like buyers did get in here. That test of the 27 there. First test, they did get a little bit of wick back up here to VWAP. That's a whole dollar bounce. That's all it is. Does not mean this thing's going to continue higher, but you never know with the market. That's why it's all about the observation. And you see Daniel B's letting that the first hour play out, so he's going to have more of a picture of what this thing's trying to do. When you don't, you can get tripped up in here. You can be like, oh, well, it may be time to short. And it's not. And you get roasted because you didn't have patience. Daniel B is over there rubbing his little fingers together, just waiting. Silo pushing up there. Little breakout. 636 up here to the 658. 20-cent breakout there. Into halt, looks like. Or nope, false halt. False halt up here. But yeah, definitely not something I'm looking to get into. This is another scalper's day where it's kind of like, hey, risk the biscuit. And we may take all your money, but you can risk the biscuit here. And I don't like days like this. I like days where the money is easy. They give a good, nice dip entry for it to retest the highs. But this day right here, look at that breakout. This breakout was for 20 cents to the 58 and then drops, what, 40, 50 cents? So why risk that? Why? Why not just wait for the first hour to go through? Why? Get your full analysis of that first hour. And I think is it halted down? Yep, Silo halted in downwards. We see RBLX, and this is why I'm like, why? Why just not be patient? Especially if you have the time to be patient, be patient. It'll pay off. If you don't have the time, well, you may spend a lot of time hurt because there are people in the market. It's kind of like trying to play with someone that's in the NBA and you're in like a little you're I mean you're playing a whole different sport basically. You're out here, in and out trying to shoot the targets and they're just sitting back. They got all day. All day to make your money. All day long. All right. Yeah, Ben staying warm in the RV, man. He almost got frozen, but he pushed through it. He pushed through it. He's doing well. Continue to work and do all that stuff. Hopefully after Q1 his schedule will clear up and he'll be back talking noise with you guys. But he's just just doing him, trying to get his bucks up. So now, after the first hour, what will be looking like it wants to play ball on the day, if anything? Will this be a no trade day again? Will this be a no trade week for me? I haven't touched anything. Everything's just been looking kind of icky. No nice dip entries for long positions. There have been plenty of positions for the shorts, though. Plenty in this last week. RBLX back up to the 2750s. We'll see if it can get that 2775 and maybe even test the 28. We'll see though. Big buy up from that 27 whole dollar level back in here. Getting those longs nice and trapped. Opening up very high on this previous candle. 2750s. Let's see if it'll go ahead and break. It's knocking on the door. 2761s. There we go. 2760s. Can we see the 66s? So we're seeing that come through on the tape. 65s. So now, when will the longs get tired is the question. When will it start to consolidate and kind of form an area where it's like, okay, time for shorts to get in. Made a new high though. And with this being a higher float, higher market cap, this one can kind of chop towards the top side. Because a crazy short would see this thing break out and they're like, oh, that's a false breakout. Maybe it's done. But with this big buy up, I'll be very nervous trying to short right here. Need a more obvious short position. Make the money easy. Collar still hovering above the $30. I might go ahead and take collar off. I mean, it doesn't have any reasoning behind it. It's not a top mover, so what's the point? Silo, let's see. Silo will be opening up 957.11, so it should be opening up in 5 minutes. 10:02:50. So 50 seconds. There's the or maybe I calculated that wrong. I thought I saw 50 there. Maybe I looked at the wrong one. but it's open now. Looking like it's hungry to get those shorts in there. A lot of pressure to the downside already in here. So looking for it to rip on down to the $5. Okay, 27 still up here around the 50s. Dane B said this is what I was looking for, the last breath. I think it can get those 70s up there. I really think it can. But maybe I'm tripping. Is anybody else seeing anything else that you guys are sticking your little toes into or interested in? Most of the stuff I'm seeing is death. Tesla has reclaimed the top volume mover. It's up to 123 now with the number 2 and number 3 Poly and Silo. Then we're also watching RBLX to see if Daniel B gets the moves that he wants. Coming back again. Let's see if it can make a higher low here around the 27.25 this time. Last time it went all the way to the 27. Let's see if it'll hold up the 27.25s now. I don't know if it's had its last breath yet, though. I think it can still get those 70s. So it's holding up $0.25 right now. 27, now 27.25, testing above it. Poly into another halt upwards. It's very unpredictable. So the low of this candle was the low of the 27.28, not quite the 25. So it is finding a little bit of resistance away from that 25 there. See if it can continue to get that push above 25s and get back over the bodies of these 30-minute candles, which is the 27.50s. There's the pop. Holding the $0.25 levels. The next test would be the 27.50. If we can see a strong rip away from the 27.50, maybe to the 75s, but not enough to get through that 28. It may test the 28, but we'll see. Can it fail the 28? 41s. Poly unhalted, going right back down. Came up here, touched the 593s, looking like it wants to come on back down through the $5. Big pops there. Somebody's entering big around this level right above $5. That's not a good thing. Let's see if they can get it going downwards here. Somebody's entering real big to move that stock like that. 22 million shares traded. This may be a horrible slam down. Let's see. Is it into a halt or is this a false halt? False halt. Okay. There's somebody's getting in big right here, man, keeping that thing down. That's crazy. On a lower, so I guess where would a short put their stop? Would it be at the 675 maybe? They'll just continue to add up here to the 675. I don't know. But those are definitely some nice orders coming through on the bids. Somebody's getting filled. Anyway, Silo going back down towards the dollar. And think about this. This is only the first hour. All this information in the first hour. All this information to be missed. The SPY coming on down back through the 380s. RBLX still holding up the 27.25s, that $quarter level. And we can see the pattern here building on the 20 or quarter dollars. $27. And then where's the 25 right there? Each time pulling right back to the $quarter and not even being able to touch it. Just getting close, not being able to touch the whole dollar level. So let's see this thing get back above 27.50s. And this is another thing I said I didn't like when it's dipping in a pre-market and then it opens up and just kind of goes up. No one knows where the real support is. I mean, some people respect the pre-market levels, but I'm just like, man, give me some intraday levels I can go off of. Give me something a little bit better. Big orders coming through on Silo. Only 13 million shares. Will they be able to break this thing down below the 475s? Lot of pressure, lot of selling pressure, or a lot of war zone up here to the upside. 27.50 back up there on RBLX, holding the next $quarter level. So we'll see if it can actually hold this and lift up above into the 60s. Doing a good job setting up a pattern though on RBLX. Let's see you get on away from those 27.50s. On the 30-minute, we can see it coming up back up to the top of the body of this candle. Yep, somebody's still entering right here in this indecision. Looking for the breakdown. So the top, what would be the backstop? Backstop of 625. Yeah, shorts just have this one in their favor. If it shows red, it's going to create some fear. And we'll see if it can crack down that $5 on poly. We have about 15 minutes to the close of the first hour of the market. and we have learned a lot about the market in this first hour. We know that the SPY is playing around the 380 level, not really making any decisions, very indecisive on today. We know that RBLX is forming a pattern of quarter dollar levels on the based on the 15-minute chart. We can see on the 30-minute chart, it's kind of doing the same thing right there at the 25-ish level right there, 27, 29. We learned that poly is absolute garbage. And we learned that silo is probably a bull trap as well. For the moment. Bias might change, whatever. But for the moment, looking like a bull trap. Let me read some of these chats. One Life said it's a no trade day. DB, he's looking to trade RBLX. He's looking to do RBLX. And you know, I am confident that DB knows what he's doing on the last day of the year trading short on RBLX. I'm confident he knows what he's doing. No, he didn't divorce. What in the world? Tesla last 2 months, 250 billion. Yeah, they did pay a lot of people that had puts in shorts on Tesla. But I mean, Tesla's kind of, it was like a meme stock anyway. It's kind of like GameStop. It was destined to come down at some point. It's just a meme stock. Meme stocks aren't really meant to just hold up forever. All right, so we're holding up above the 27.25, looking for another pop up here to the 50. Will the 50 start to become that resistance, that true resistance? We'll see on this next test. It's had plenty of time to kind of sit here and think about what it wants to do. It's got 15 minutes left in this hour. Can it make a lower high? Can it stay below the 2750s? $27.50. How will this test look? $48's getting a nice 50 test right there. Getting through. How strong will it be through that 50 though? Will it give a pullback? Will it start to show resistance? On the 30-minute, very indecisive on this 30-minute candle. Looking like it wants to break back over 50. There's a little push. Okay, so like I said, 75s. Let's see if we can get these 70s up here. Let's see. And we're about to close. We got less than 15 minutes on this hour candle. And we can see each, we'll put 50 up here as a new support. And see how it acts above this 50 level. Previous levels that it was consolidating in was around the 275 up to 28. See what a breakout looks like here. Looking at the tape, we see 62s popping up there. Can we get into the 70s? Looking for that 75 level now. Coming up to what could be a double top if it can't break here, 2768. On the 15-minute, but on the 30-minute, it looks very strong. A lot of buying pressure into the new highs. So let's see if we can go ahead and start getting the 62, 63s up here, 65s. There it goes into the 70s. Nice. So basically, like if this was the opposite, we see that the longs won. And now we're seeing the longs win again. Now we want to know, okay, when are they getting tired? When are we going to start seeing those pressured wicks back into this range of 2750? This little breakout was from the 2766, but I can't really tell where the breakout ends yet. This candle needs to show us a little bit of push in here. Can we get into the 70s? Need to see 68, 69. There's 68s right there, and they're buying above the ask. Can we see 69s? We need some more 68s, though. Above the ask would be best. $66s, so they're back below the bid there. Come on, need to see some greens. Okay, wow, a lot below the bid there. Pushing back towards this 62 level that it was trying to break over. So I guess we'll have to see in 8 minutes where this hour wants to close. Okay, seeing 68s again. Can we see a bunch of green 68s on the tape? There's 69s, but no green. Want to see them get above the ask. Where's that buy above the ask? There it is. 75's big green right there to the 75. So now this is where I was questioning, hey, would this be a good short area? Because I saw the top here was the 28s, right a little bit past the 28s. I don't want to set expectations too high, but the 75 is where I was looking at. So we'll see how it acts coming into this the close of this hour. now. And we know that it's been stopping on $quarter levels. So it'll probably need to come back and test maybe, well, we'll have to see where this rip goes. Maybe it'll come back and test the 75 for support. But let me go ahead and put that support in there at the 75s here. That's some high support. We'll see if it can hold and continue to push onto the 28s. I wouldn't, you know what? I'm not going to put that as support. It hasn't been tested, so I can't put that as support. Need to see 80s getting bought into. And it's only 10 cents away from his previous support too. If we look right here, 10 cents above this little rip was 10 cents. So could be a, you know, good, nice little, Daniel B said, let the move. Yeah, let the move complete. Yeah. Is there anything out here on the books that it can run into? So there's 1,000, looks like 1,000 shares right there, the 28, but we want to see bigger size to stop this thing. And they're not really they're not showing their orders out here. We see these little weird 2s and 5s, and those could be spoofed orders. And there can actually be a bigger size out here that we just don't see on the books. Flip back over to Silo. Still not doing anything. Poly. Same formation as Silo, basically. Both of them look like they want to drop. But yeah, neither one of them setting up the way I like. Oh, this wouldn't be a chase if you're going short. This is, I mean, you can start shorting anywhere in here. This is an extended play here on RBLX. But you gotta wait till the full candle closes. Let it test around a bit. Got 4 minutes until the close of this hour. And since I don't see anything in 4 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to shut it down. Appreciate you guys tuning in all year long. 2022, man, I learned a lot. Fixed some problems. Got some new levels of discipline. I don't know, man. Temptation will always be there, but, you know, falling for it or not falling for it is the biggest part of trading. Can you be tempted into a stock? You know, a stock that don't even, it's like, oh, it's just going up. It's like, okay, well, you can just lose money like that, you know. But I'm looking for specific things that are keeping me safe. I'm coming into the market not looking to be like, okay, today I'm gonna take a trade, you know, giving the market time to show me something that may set up for me, a catalyst that may be good, and kind of just working on the whole self-control thing. Understanding that the buy button is an option, not a absolute. For the most part, I have been going long for the most of this trading. I haven't done any shorting. Like Daniel B is about to get into some shorting. We'll see what happens. We got 3 minutes left on this hour candle. But yeah, it's been a good year, good learning year. Been trading since, or trading these low floats since 2020, and just having to understand the market of low floats, the market of the trash can. It's a different market, but it's fun. It's interesting. And if you have the discipline and the you have the parameters to make money, it can be profitable. Even if you're just day trading. Of course, there's swing trading opportunity as well, but with these stocks, I'm very, very timid on the whole swing trade on these. They can gap up, gap down, news can pop, and they can just be manipulated. I'd rather, if I'm gonna swing trade something, give me something like a real estate stock or something, something that's gonna pay me dividends, or is a little bit better notable stock to be swing trading. But yeah, it's been a great year. 2022. I guess the next stream will come in 2023 on Monday. So appreciate you guys dropping all your chats, all of your call outs, and kind of riding along with me on this journey, man. It's been crazy. Uh, but yeah, good luck, Daniel B, on your RBLX trade. And to anybody else that's going to continue trading on the day, I'm just going to go ahead and call it. And I'm going to see y'all next year. New year, new me. I don't know. I don't believe in that. Maybe it'll transpire, but I feel like you got to do work to make a new you. And I'm willing to put in that work. Anyway, that is it for me today. RBLX did get up there to the 70s. I don't know how much further it's gonna go, but I'm gonna go and get me some breakfast. It is storming here, heavy rain, so I'm gonna enjoy the sound of rain and work a little bit. And as always, I will see you guys next year. Peace.